All right, shalom to the elect. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And what I said was all the praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, who is the one the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the one the world ignorantly calls Jesus, in the name of the Holy Spirit. All right, Rachab meaning spirit and Kodash meaning holy. Rachab Kodash, Holy Spirit. And Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are not so-called white men, they are so-called black men. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. And this lesson, this is pretty much an update. This is spirit me and the brother was going through Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right, yesterday. And this came out today, which is August 4th, 2024. All right. And it says Iran versus Israel. All right. And it says Russia sends big weapons shipment to Tehran as U.S. boosts army in Mideast. All right. So they're pretty much. So I'll just read it. All right. It says Russian cargo planes carrying weapons are allegedly flying to Iran amid heightened tensions in the Middle East. Reports on August 4th suggested constant Russia to Iran cargo flights with military hardware. However, neither Russian nor U.S. authorities immediately reacted to the reports about the flights. Meanwhile, the U.S. is boosting military deployment in the Middle East to defend its ally Israel in case of an Iranian attack. All right. So they're saying pretty much that Russia is, sending cargo planes to Iran, right? Now, this is, I believe it's for, because of this. This is AP News says Hamas's top political leader is killed in Iran in strike that risks triggering all-out regional war. All right. It says Hamas' top political leader was killed Wednesday by a pre-dawn airstrike in the Iranian capital. Iran and the militant group said, blaming Israel for a shock assassination. So they blamed Israel for that, right? Those Israelis. It says, for a shock assassination that risked escalating into an all-out regional war. Iran's supreme leader vowed revenge against Israel. Israeli Prime Minister CISO says Iran's supreme leader vowed revenge against Israel. So pretty much their top political leader got knocked off. All right. They blamed it on Israel. Okay. It says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel will exact a very heavy price from any aggression against U.S. on any front, but did not mention the killing. It says there are challenging days, he added. Israel had pledged to kill Ismail Haniyeh, if I'm saying that right, and other Hamas leaders over the group's October 7th attack on southern Israel that sparked the war in Gaza. The strike came just after Haniyeh had attended the inauguration of Iran's new president in Tehran, and hours after Israel targeted the top commander in Iran's ally Hezbollah in the Lebanese capital Beirut. All right, so yeah, you get that, right? So pretty much, now, one thing, right, they had, I saw something else where, so they denied it, all right, they're saying, Iran officials denied the fact that Russian cargo planes were landing there. They had, one of the articles that just came out said that they denied it. Now, whether this is true or not, all right, nevertheless, prophecy is still going to happen. Okay, but if this is true, you can just see how, things are building up. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and read this. Now, Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right. And start from the top, and you see the headline. It says prophecy about Gog and future invasion of Israel. Right. So it says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. When we look at, where Gog, you know, and all that. Pretty much the Russians are in that area. So this is talking about the Russians, right? It says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. All right. So the Lord is gonna pretty much put them back in that warlike spirit, of how they were during the Soviet Union. He's gonna turn the Russians and put them back in that spirit. All right. It says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. You see, so Russia, all right, is gonna come to the land of Israel. All right, majority of their army, all right, and a sixth, and like a sixth of it's going to be left back in Israel, back in Russia to defend the homeland. Ezekiel 39 and 1 and 2. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and leave but the sixth part of thee. See? And will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. You see that? But back here, Ezekiel 39 and 5. Now see, I'm going to read 4 over. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. You see? So they're going to be, so Russia's army, they're going to have their military equipment coming down into the land of Israel, right? But they're going to have allies as well, you see? Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now, Persia, all right, is the ancient name of Iran. I got this right here on Holocaust Encyclopedia. It says, in 1935, the Persian government changed the name of the country from Persia to Iran. The historical name of the country and a designation in common internal use for centuries. You see? The new designation at the same time distracted attention from the traditional Western designation Persia, a term Greek in origin. Persian was the historical name of one of the ethnic groups in Iran. With the reforms Reza Shah was implementing, the adoption of a new name for the country was seen as restoring Iran's historical legacy. While Persia had fallen victim to imperialism, Iran will be free from foreign control. All right, but the point is, Persia, all right, was the ancient name of Iran. Okay, so it says, verse 5 again, Ezekiel 38 and 5, Persia, talking about Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. So they're going to see these different countries, they're going to be allied with Russia, okay, and coming down to the land of Israel. All right, it says, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters. And when you look at the map, there's all these different countries around Turkey and stuff like that, that's going to be allied with Russia. It says, and all his bands and many people with thee. So these different countries and things, including Iran, are going to be coming with Russia down into the land of Israel. You see? Verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Here's the point, verses 8 and 9. It says, after many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. Talking about the land of Israel, and is gathered out of many people, because there's a whole bunch of people in the land of Israel. You see, it's a whole bunch of like pretty much different nations of people in the land of Israel. Bear with me just 1 second. But it says lands brought back from the sword, because throughout history the land of Israel has experienced much war, right? And it says, which have always been waste. So it says, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel. All right, because you got Amalekites, Palestinians, Arabs, etc. in that land. All right, it says, against the mountains of Israel, which have always been waste, because the land of Israel has been going through war and the destruction of war, right? It says, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Verse 9, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou, Russia. And what land? Talking about the land of Israel. See? So they're gonna come into they're gonna come into the land of Israel. See, it says thou, Russia, and all thy bands. The bands are talking about armies, right? And many people with thee. The allies of Russia, including Iran. You see? But these things gotta build up, and the Lord is the one building it up. This is the book of Isaiah, the 45th chapter and the 7th verse. I from the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, do all these things. All right, so the fact that this happened, it's just, whether, it's actually true, all right, that Russia is good. I mean, I could believe it, it's part of prophecy, that Iran's going to be allied to Russia. Okay, things are going to be, happening where they're going to be coming into the land of Israel together, all right, for war, right? So it's a buildup, okay? I can believe it. But even if it's not, it's still going to happen either way. Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? The prophecies, it wasn't for the time period that the prophets, when the prophets saw visions and stuff, a lot of times it wasn't for the, pretty much when the prophets saw visions, like World War III, Jacob's trouble and stuff, it wasn't, for the time period they were living in this, That's why it says it's yet for an appointed time, all right? Because it's for a time period that has yet to come. All right, it says, but at the end it shall speak. And when it says at the appointed time, we're talking about in these last days, it's going to happen at a certain scheduled time that the Lord has it set to happen at. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, meaning though it may feel like, though it may feel like it's taking a bit long, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So these things are going to happen. All right. They're bound to happen. It's prophecy. The Lord don't lie. It says it shall speak and not lie. All right. So, just a quick little, report. All right. So, so with that, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. That belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.